Well, Ellen, all it takes is just one click to infect computer systems with crippling malware software. Just last week, hundreds of thousands of computers were infected with the malware called WannaCry. Many companies are now trying to take steps and updating software in hopes of preventing attacks on their own networks. And joining us now is Nick Merkin, CEO of Compliagent, a company geared toward protecting sensitive data. Nick, thank you so much for joining us. So what do companies need to do in order to protect their data?
Well, look, there's million-dollar fixes out there, but I think the important thing to realize is there's a lot that can be gained by some really simple steps. First, make sure you're using some of the most updated versions of your operating system. Operating systems issue patches all the time, which fix openings for data breaches, and that's something really important.
And let's talk about it. How can people, when you see people can trip that sort of a cyber attack very quickly on their computer? How? I mean, can it just be you just turned on your computer and it trips it, or?
There's all sorts of ways that a hacker can gain entry to your computer. You could go to a website and download something that can get into your system. It can be done through what's called phishing, generally by an email that you open and that unleashes some virus into your computer. There's many ways hackers can get in, and the best thing to do is to be vigilant about it. Don't click on things that you're not sure of their origin or their source.
All right, well, let's talk about it. Okay, say you are a business and you're trying to hope this never happens. There's such a thing as insurance against cyber attacks?
Sure. Look, insurance is a good defense for any kind of risk management, but I'd much rather see people put resources into preventing attacks than into insurance as to what you can do after an attack happens. Just in the same way that you wouldn't say, well, I have good health insurance, so I don't really need to live a healthy lifestyle. You would never say the same thing, in a cyber situation as well.
Wow. Well, we have some tips right here about some of the ways to keep your data safe. So let's take a look at them. Develop data security plan. It says keep systems updated. Run antivirus software. Can you kind of talk about some of these that are listed right here?
Yeah, like I said, keep your systems updated. Running antivirus software, very important. Again, not an expensive thing to do. A lot of people don't do it, and that can open a door to let hackers in. Back up your data frequently. Make sure it's in a safe place so that if there is a hack and your data does get locked up, you have an alternate means of accessing it. Have a breach response plan. Know what to do, who to involve in terms of professionals if you get to a situation where there might have been a breach. Do an assessment. What data of yours was affected? If you're a business, you might have to answer questions like, how can I operate without that data? What of my customers do I need to notify that that data may have been breached?
Wow, so many things to learn from all these sort of hackers trying to get into all of our data. But Nick, thank you so much. Again, Nick Merkin joining us. And if you would like to learn more about how to safeguard your company from cyber attacks, go to compliagent.com.